Hello again, everybody. We'll start, as we always do, with Sky, and then we'll move on to PLP and other broadcasters. Then we'll turn off the mics, and then we'll move on to the written press. So, Jeremy, do you want to get us off and underway?
Hi there.
Nice to see you again. Kudus unavailable this Sunday. James, Prowse, and Alvarez in school.
Who's unavailable? Not too sure. We've got MD unavailable. I think everybody's available. And James Ward-Prowse and Alvarez, they're both available as well, yeah.
James Ward-Prowse, both of them, but Alvarez and James Ward-Prowse are great signings. Look up James, though. He's a determined, experienced player. What's he going to give to the team?
All the things you've talked about there. Premier League experience, scored goals and assisted in goals throughout his career. So if he does that too, he'll add value to what we've already got. And we hope Edson will bring us something as well. We're looking forward to working with him as well. So I hope the two new signings are going to be really positive for us.
Zuma was captain of Bournemouth. Is James going to be your captain then?
No, not at the moment. No, we'll do that sort of game by game at the moment, and we'll look into it probably at the end of the transfer window.
A week ago, it looked like Harry Maguire before you leave, but that's not happened. Your reactions about it is an Panos falling Garson and the frame to replace.
Well, I don't think I would ever really talk about players at other clubs because, but we did make an offer for Harry Maguire, so I agreed with that, and but just at the end, we've not been able to take it any further. So that's unfortunate. And players at other clubs, we're looking at several, but obviously I'm not going to name them and talk about them.
Yeah, one of those we feel was Kudus over in my ads. Would you still be interested in a player like him, though, if Paqueta actually stays in his...
Well, again, I'm not going to talk about players at other clubs because it's not my job to do so. But we're trying to have a competitive squad. We're trying to have a squad which can, again, challenge for European places. And if we do that, we need competition.
Yeah, and I guess 10 stadiums are a big factor in that. How important is his work right now?
Very important. He's new to the club, getting to know everybody. So we're supporting him and hoping that we can continue to add to the squad.
What about Jesse Lingard? David, he's been training with you with Sensation here a couple of years ago. Is he going to get a short-term deal?
Well, we've not even considered a deal at the moment. He's in training to see if we can get him back fit and get him in a decent condition. He'll be here next week as well. So no, there's no news on that as far as short-term deals or anything else just now.
How's he looking?
Well, Jesse's a good player. Probably needing to get himself in the correct condition, and we're working on him. It's all the players tend to need 4 or 5 weeks pre-season, so Jesse's no different from anybody else.
Just on Sunday then, what a match to start the home season. Chelsea's spending has been next level. I mean, you say they're only 15 billion adults every on the picture is taking. Are you goaded by coming up against the club spending this much money on these kind of players?
Well, they spent a lot of money last year as well, and it didn't necessarily work for them. So that it doesn't always mean that spending money guarantees you success. Chelsea are entitled to work the way they do. They've done their own thing for many, many years and been incredibly successful. So I'm guessing that they're trying to be successful again, but they've signed a lot of really talented players.
And how much are you looking forward to another home season here? Given what happened at the end of last season, fans being high, should be a great time. Yeah,
we want everybody to come in on, the way everybody was in East End of London, and obviously the night in Prague. We want that to start the season well. It'll be a great atmosphere here against Chelsea. So let's hope that we get everybody behind the team and gives us a great chance of getting a result.
Despite looking forward to coming up against Poch again.
Yeah, obviously, he's been here before and knows the league well, and very experienced manager now. So that'll be good. It's always good to come up against the top managers, and he's certainly in that bracket.
Rashawn, PLP.
David, just going back to Chelsea, I mean, with 8 other players who started that game against you guys in February, did you start in front of the new manager? And how unpredictable do you feel that makes? I mean, how hard is it be to run this players team that's changed so much in such a short team?
Yeah, you're right. It does make it difficult because they've got so many players, and actually they've got a lot of talent and a lot of boys who are relatively new as well. Not all of them are household names, but a lot of them are very, very good young up-and-coming players. So it's not that easy, but obviously I watched them last week and they played really well. So it'll be interesting to see what team they put out this week.
And just going back to Lucas Paqueta, of course, we spoke about last week. Some reports coming out today about the potential interest of Man City with their issue Karaxi. I just wondered, can you shed any light on the situation at the moment?
No, I can't shed any light on it. I think that I admitted last week at the press conference on Friday that there had been an inquiry from Manchester City on Lucas, but I've got no more to sort of add to that at this moment in time.
BBC London.
And Lingard, then one day look up to Chelsea again. Do you say it's difficult to face any team that found quite a lot of signs and chance and down the model and face something?
Well, we had it last year. We signed a lot of players last year, and it doesn't always work in your favour because sometimes it takes time to settle in, people to get to know other players who are new to them as well. But obviously, I think that bringing in the players will give Chelsea a better and stronger squad. But they done that last year as well, and for many ways it probably didn't work. They probably had too many players. That's a problem for the coaches as well. If you've got too many players, it causes you different sorts of problems behind the scenes, which I don't think the media discuss too much about because they're more interested in just seeing more signings coming in at every club. But it's never good for any manager to have far too many players.
Indeed. And then it's over a bit of chances where are you expecting when they say tweet out? But
yes, I do, yeah.
Were you about to cheer to the annual signings today?
Yes, it would matter, but you have to sometimes expect that maybe that may be the case, and you have to live with it. But we're trying to add to it, yes.
And you mentioned the new rules Lingard kind of come into play last week in Premier League, and seeing how they kind of affect the games, their additional time, the cost. Does that worry you at all? Are you worried about any future games like potentially causation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's probably more to it. I think the new timekeeping rules are interesting. I think a lot of the rules, we're seeing an awful lot of really soft bookings at the moment. I think we're probably going to have a record number of bookings this season and probably red cards as well with the way it's going just now. And I don't think that's good because it's drawn more attention to the referees instead of us really being more interested in the football. But that's the rules, and we have to abide by them, and we'll do our best to do so.
So I mean, honestly, there's the World Cup final this weekend on Sunday. And you said that since we're sitting in this game growing, do you perhaps that signal does that money could just like the time bringing?
Well, I couldn't really comment on that because I don't know when you're sort of asking me that question. I couldn't tell you if we put lots in or no, we don't. But what I do know is that it's great to see that the ladies' football is growing so well. I think the England ladies are doing brilliantly well for the country. I think it would be great if they could bring it home, because then as a Scotsman I wouldn't be kept getting told it's the men who's going to bring it home, but the ladies are going to bring it home for England, which I'm really pleased for them. So yeah, it's good.
Cameras off then, please.